Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. You might have heard some whispers coming out from NFL circles, especially from the likes of Diana Rossini, who's been pretty tapped into league rumors lately. And what she's hinting at could be a game changer for the Commanders, particularly on offense. There's talk about Washington eyeing Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions, and if this move goes down, it could send shockwaves through the NFC East and beyond. The rumors suggest the Commanders might be willing to part with a first-round pick, something significant, to bring in a wide receiver who's been making waves in Detroit. And not just any receiver. St. Brown, at 26 years old, is proving to be one of the most productive, reliable targets in the league right now. Let's take a deeper dive into why this is such a hot topic. Amon-Ra St. Brown has been lighting it up for the Lions this season. Through 2025, he's already amassed 98 receptions for 245 yards and 9 touchdowns. Those numbers put him among the top wide receivers in the league according to PFF grades, sitting comfortably in the top 5. His yards after catch, YAC, average is around 6.4 yards per reception, which shows how dangerous he is after the catch, turning short plays into big gains. His overall grade on PFF is a solid 91. 2, highlighting his consistency and quality as a route runner and catcher. St. Brown is a slot machine, literally. He runs around 550 routes per season, averaging about 2.4 yards per route run, which is impressive given the volume. He's not afraid of contested catches either, with a success rate of 70% in those tight situations. His injury history this season includes a hip injury in Week 9 that caused him to miss a game. But overall, he's been durable and dependable. Over his career, spanning 65 games, he's accumulated about 500 receiving yards and 32 touchdowns, showing that he's not just a flash in the pan but a consistent threat. His EPA per target sits at plus 0.25, indicating he's a positive playmaker when the ball is in his hands, and he excels in the slot with a 78% success rate versus zone defenses. Now, Detroit's current situation is a bit tricky. They're sitting at 8-6, still in playoff contention, but the team is facing a significant cap crunch, about $9 million in cap space and skepticism over a proposed $28 million extension for St. Brown. The Lions are prioritizing freeing up about $15 million to bolster their defensive line and re-sign RB Gibbs, especially considering their defense has been leaking around 23 points per game. So the idea of trading St. Brown isn't far-fetched, especially if Detroit's management believes they can't afford to keep him long-term without sacrificing other key pieces. On the other side, the Commanders are sitting pretty with roughly $28 million in cap space, making them a prime landing spot for a player like St. Brown. The fit, perfect. Washington's offense has been on the rise, and adding a receiver of St. Brown's caliber could be the missing piece to elevate their attack to a new level. Think about the chemistry with quarterback Sam Howell, who's been steadily improving. St. Brown's arrival would complement Terry McLaurin beautifully, creating a dynamic duo that defenses would struggle to contain. McLaurin, who posted over 0 yards in 2025 with an 88. 1 PFF grade would have a perfect running mate, giving Howell 2 reliable targets who can turn short plays into big gains and stretch the field. Imagine the possibilities. With St. Brown in the fold, the Commanders could see their passing yards skyrocket from around 210 yards per game to closer to 260. That's a huge boost, especially considering the added threat of their new tandem. The offense would become more explosive, more unpredictable, and more difficult for defenses to game plan against. The duo of McLaurin and St. Brown could amass over 500 receiving yards combined, pushing Washington's passing game into elite territory. Plus, the presence of St. Brown could improve third-down conversions by around 12%, making those crucial drives more manageable and extending scoring opportunities. And let's not forget how this impacts the bigger picture. The Commanders' Super Bowl odds would take a noticeable jump, from plus 15.0 to around plus 7.500, reflecting their newfound potential. Long-term, a stable core of talented receivers, led by McLaurin and St. Brown, could boost their win probability in simulations by about 12%. His ability to excel against man coverage, something that's often been a challenge for Washington's offense, could make him a playoff X-factor, especially in high-pressure situations. His explosiveness and route-running precision would help forge a new identity for the Commanders, moving them from a rebuilding team to a serious playoff contender. Now, it's important to realize that this isn't just about one player. It's about the vision for the team. Adding St. Brown signals Washington's intent to build a high-powered, versatile offense that can challenge anyone in the league. With him, the Commanders could start to resemble those dominant Steelers teams from the 2010s, an offense powered by reliable, explosive receivers who can make plays in any situation. The chemistry with Howell would be a major upgrade, and it would send a message to the rest of the league that Washington is serious about competing and winning. In the grand scheme of things, this move could be the catalyst for a renaissance in Washington's passing attack. It would energize the fan base, give the team a new identity, and could even be the difference maker in a tight playoff race. The NFC East is fiercely competitive. The Eagles are loaded, the Cowboys are always in the hunt, and the Giants are looking to bounce back. For Washington to step up and claim their spot among the division's elite, they need to maximize their offensive talent, and acquiring St. Brown might just be the strategic move that makes that happen. This isn't just speculation. It's a strategic chess move by the Commanders' front office, who see the potential in pairing McLaurin and St. Brown to dominate defenses. The impact on the team's culture, performance, and future trajectory could be monumental. And if the trade goes through, it will be remembered as one of those turning points that shifted the balance of power in the NFC East, something Commanders fans will be talking about for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you guys think? Is this move worth the risk for the Commanders? Do you believe that bringing in Amon-Ra St. Brown could be the spark that finally pushes this team into serious playoff contention and beyond? Personally, I see a scenario where this kind of addition could redefine Washington's offensive identity and set them up for a deep run in the postseason. The NFC is wide open, and with the right pieces, the Commanders could be the dark horse that nobody saw coming. The chemistry between Howell, McLaurin, and a guy like St. Brown could be the foundation for sustained success, and it's exciting to think about the possibilities. Remember, it's not just about the talent on paper. It's about how this talent fits into the team's long-term plans, their cap management, and their desire to compete at the highest level. The Lions might be hesitant to let go of a player who's been so productive, but if the right offer comes along, say, a first-round pick, they might have no choice but to listen. And the Commanders, with their cap space and desire to make a splash, could very well be the team to make it happen. In conclusion, this potential trade is more than just a rumor. It's a statement of intent. Washington is looking to shake things up, to elevate their offense, and to challenge the NFC powerhouses. Acquiring Amon-Ra St. Brown would do just that, transforming their passing game into a juggernaut and possibly sealing their spot in the playoffs with a more explosive, dynamic offense. As fans, we should be excited about the possibilities because this kind of move could be the one that finally puts Washington back on the map as a serious contender, ready to fight for another Super Bowl. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.